A couple of years ago, I had to take down a couple of videos that a lot of coaches have been asking me to put back up. I can't with the Raptors footage that I was using before, so I'm just going to be using the clipboard to break down the screen and roll drills that the Toronto Raptors used a few years ago. Let's get down and let's check out these amazing drills. Okay, so basically we're all going to be starting on the basic two-line screen and roll. So we're going to have player 2 popping over, setting that screen on player 1. Player 1 is going to use that screen and player 2 is going to roll towards the basket. However, instead of just going straight towards the basket, what we want to do is do a quick hesitation here at the elbow and then continue through towards the net. Now, the reason why you want to do a quick hesitation here on this elbow is because now you can see if player 1 is going to pass you the ball, it also gives him or her a fantastic target for them to hit if you've done a quick hesitation there. But also it gives you the opportunity to be able to see if player 1 is actually just going to continue to drive towards the rim, because if that's the option that's going to be happening, if player 1 does take that drive, they are then able to then pop the ball back in case there was help defense that came and their man followed. Then you may be left all alone as the screening player to be having a nice, completely open mid-range shot. So we're going to be practicing that just a bit. So how we're going to be practicing that is having player 2 setting that screen, player 1 using that screen, player 2 rolling off, player 1 passing to player 2 on the elbow where they are hesitating, and player 2 is going to take that shot. Player 1 is going to go in for the rebound, and also player 2 is going to go in for the rebound, and then they are going to completely switch lines and then continue on with the drill with the next players going. Moving on from that, what we're going to be having now is, once these players have gone back to their lines, once we have gotten used to that drill, or we've ran it through maybe for 2, 3, 4, or even 5 minutes, we can now go to the screen and the roll. Again, hesitating at the elbow for a half a second. Player 2 is going to pass player 1 the ball. Player 1 is going to go in for that layup. And then we're going to be running through this drill a few times as well. So player 1 is going to get that rebound, and then it's going to be the next players going. Now we're going to be adding in a coach. We're going to be adding in a coach down in the low block, and we're going to be adding another line over towards this side. Now in this drill, what we're going to be having is the exact same thing. We are just going to be stacking the drill once again, and how we're going to be stacking the drill is having player 3 setting the screen on player 3 blue. Player 3 blue is going to be using that screen, again hesitating right at that elbow. Player 3 blue is going to pass red the ball. Red is going to drive, come to a jump stop, which means landing on both feet at the same time. That way they can use either foot as a pivot foot. And player 3 is going to pass the ball out to player 1. Player 1 is going to take that shot, and meanwhile, while player 1 takes that shot, if we have a coach or a parent or whoever is playing this position down here, if they are athletic enough or just able to run, they're able to close out on that shot without blocking the shot, so that now player 1 has just like an in-game situation where they would be getting closed out on when they are taking their shot. So really quickly, we'll run this through one more time. Basically, player 3 sets that screen. 3 is going to roll off, hesitate at that shoulder, get that ball, jump stop, pass out, contest, shot. Very simple. And then the line moves in that direction. So this line set the screen. They are now going into the shooting line, and then the shooting line is going to be then going into the dribbling passing line, and then they're going to be moving over to the screening line once again. Now this next drill and our final drill that I'm going to show you is again stacking on that same drill that we even started with. 3 blue is going to set that screen for player 4. Player 4 is going to use that screen. 3 is going to hesitate, get that ball. Player 3 is then going to drive towards the rim, and then he's going to do a skip pass or a hammer pass out along the baseline to the first player in that line, and that player is going to take that shot. Now these are all fantastic drills that you can run with your team. So this is one that I seen the Toronto Raptors use. We were definitely not allowed to record during that time. And player 4 will set a screen for player 5. Player 5 uses that screen. Player 4 hesitates, gets that ball, drives, does a jump stop in front of the coach, passes the ball out to player 3. Player 3 swings it to player 2, and player 2 takes that shot. Then they're going to be following their shot, they're going to be following their pass, and then we're going to be moving out and going over, getting that ball, and going in the back of this line. And then the player who was doing the dribbling goes in the back of this line, and then we continue to work our way through the lines. I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe. Make sure to go check out my practice plans down in the description below, as well as the Unbeatable Basketball Defense book. Check that out as well. I'll see you guys again in my next video.